company with debts that can't pay, can it avoid insolvency? Generally speaking, no. There are one exception, which is the voluntary strike-off routine, but there are very serious restrictions in relation to the use of that particular procedure and how it needs to be dealt with. In particular, it needs to be served on creditors within 7 days of it being issued. And of course, unless you've got modest creditors that are forgiving, they're likely to object. The procedure is likely to get blocked, at least for a period of time. Potentially, if you're dealing with bounce back loans or you're dealing with HMRC as the major creditors, then it's quite conceivable that procedure will be blocked for months, if not years in some instances. We've certainly seen companies which are sitting in a state of active proposal to strike off for years at a time, not merely the 6-month routine that is perhaps suggested, but the creditors are constantly renewing their objection at Companies House to prevent the company being struck off, and the only route out in those circumstances is liquidation, generally speaking, particularly if the company's ceased trading. So if you've got an insolvent company, it cannot pay its debts, and there's no prospect, then basically, realistically speaking, creditors voluntary liquidation, possibly compulsory liquidation, but people tend to want to avoid the court system and do it through the voluntary route, be seen to be responsible, proactive, is generally speaking the way to go. Questions, queries, concerned, give us a shout. We know insolvency inside out.